story no and they drop story by Kojobi to Williams. So say Ghana's Youth Tourism Ambassador and Executive Director of Tourism Society of Ghana, Tosuga, Joseph Amartey, has been appointed the Youth President of the African Chamber of Trade and Commerce, ACC. And statement here says, quote, "I am pleased to write on behalf of the African Chamber of Trade and Commerce to officially bring to your notice an offer of appointment as the African Youth President for African Chamber of Trade and Commerce with effect from 1st November 2022, founding chairperson of the ACC, Mary Consilia and Chan, said in a letter of appointment. As the Youth African leader, Amartey will be required to pursue the African Union Agenda 2063, which is aimed at providing inclusive social and sustainable economic development of Africa through the Pan-Africanism drive for unity. The agenda is to fast-track the repositioning of Africa to become a dominant player in the global arena for peace, economic and social growth, and political unity. To achieve this agenda, the youth of Africa must be fully engaged and empowered, especially at the entrepreneurial front, pursuant to the economic and social liberation of the African people." Now, the youth or the African Youth President's duties for the position as leader for entrepreneurial welfare shall include, among other responsibilities, the following: coordinate programs and activities of the African Youth Entrepreneurial Welfare, establish National Youth Entrepreneurial Welfare Board or Committee in an African or in all African states, and organize annual African Youth Entrepreneurship Engagement Conferences pursuant to the AU Agenda 2063. This shall include presenting proposals, budgets, reports, etc. Now, he would also constitute and appoint relevant standing committees of youth entrepreneurship programs across Africa and present timely periodic reports on activities to the African Chamber of Trade and Commerce. As the youth leader, you will be required to bring on board your expertise in tourism, arts and culture, along with your diplomatic, social, and political connections to develop entrepreneurship programs and engage the youth across Africa, among others. Now, about the chamber, about the African Chamber of Trade and Commerce. Now, started in November 2015, the African Chamber of Trade and Commerce, ACC, is an African initiative with the aim to create lucrative opportunities for people and enterprises so as to facilitate the economic development and emergence of the African continent. It operates through an approach of providing adapted solutions to African problems. As one of Africa's most innovative business chamber organizations, ACC deploys itself through credible partnerships to build international reliable networks for business and thereby ensuring Africa's rebirth. The chamber equally seeks to promote a significant growth rates in Africa's productivity by matching efforts to expected benefits with the use of existing trade tools between Africa and her development partners, currently faced with huge challenges on modern technology in today's business world. Okay, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy and privileged to convey this message officially, and also to unveil commission, a political commission, and also present to you the new president of the African Trade Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Joseph Amartey, our very own, who you've heard from him a while ago, and you're going to hear from him from his also. I don't know. The American and say Nipa Yanin Nutrition Commune, what's in kind, or that's what you are about betting. Well, no, and I just said, Jumakuya, we a big Muhammad in Africa, we sub Saharan Africa, say West Africa, that's a derby. We Africa, we bring Muhammad in Melbourne, just say, a Jumaku, and I say, cool, see one efa eye adwuma sem business trade dwadie nsem no ne adade a ni na so efa tourism wono na say ko ayi ne say emre di anim no de onye opanyi a obeda sa ekoya no nti adwuma di kase responsibility kase na di kan kra na officially so no me san so emfa personally on behalf of the young and Ashoyi and Tosuga society no nyinaa, and especially Adenta chapter no. Congratulations, kɛseɛ papa ɛfama Mr. Joseph Amartey, Presido. Now from ambassador to president. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
I feel so much honored, and I thank the good people of Ghana, starting from the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority, Ghana Tourism Federation, and Ghana Education Service. To add, the entire membership of Tourism Society of Ghana. They have made me who I am today, and had it been these people I mentioned, I wouldn't have gotten this very huge opportunity starting from somewhere. And today, being the president of the African Youth of the Chamber is not a big thing. When you look at the target or the responsibilities there, it is a huge one, of course, but with God, all things are possible. Let me salute my newly boss of the African Chamber, Mrs. Mary Consilia Achan. She's the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber, and the main headquarters is in Cameroon. Now, next week by this time, I wouldn't be here. I should be in Cameroon. Now, we're going to have a board meeting. From there, one of my tasks is I have to make sure all the 54 countries within Africa, I need to move from all the countries to make sure that we have chapter, Well, it is God's doing. So if He has given us these few tasks, definitely in my absence in Ghana, we're going to get somebody who can equally perform as I have been performing. So I thank you also for the confidence once again you've had in me. I always thank Ghana media so much, because when you are doing something as the Bible says, say obini obeka, why na obeka asempano. We need somebody to spread out the good news. So I thank the media and the youngie also for the opportunity, and I'm always grateful. Chamber Beer, I can say their focus is all about developing African youth, and of course they have set a very clear objectives, and of course the long term and the short term. It is a chamber that really think about the youth. And of course, we are all going to put our hands on deck to make sure that we change the lives of the youth in this very African continent. Because Africa, we can do. Africa, we have all that it takes. I was privileged to be part of a stakeholders consultative workshop organized by Ghana Tourism Authority. And we look at domestic tourism and tourism. That's the African and then Ghana domestically. Because say Africa, we can make sure that we take a space our continent. But I say, maybe a Ghana, a Nigerian, I'm a Cameroonian, I'm this, I'm that. We wouldn't achieve anything until we become one. We can never get anywhere. And of course, you're a former president, first president of the Republic of Ghana.